What is
So
cash flow?
What is cash flow? That's a good question.
Cash flow is money coming in.
That's income
Cash flow is money coming in and
going out.
money going out. The way that money flows into and out of an account or whatever you hold your money in.
Your hand.
Your pocket. Why is cash flow important?
Because
Why do you think it's important for you guys to learn it? Why do you think it's important in it overall?
Because cash flow is important.
Because you're teaching us this, so that means it's important.
You need it for business.
We need it for
You
business.
need to know where your money's coming in from and where it's going out.
You need to have control of it. Control of where your money is at, what's coming in, what's going out. Proverbs 27:23 says, be sure you know the condition of your flocks. Now, we got to understand that the Bible was written in the time of like
Did you
shepherds.
say we got to understand?
Got.
Oh my gosh.
We need to understand that the Bible was written like in the time like the shepherds and all that stuff. And so a lot of people back then had businesses with sheep, had sheep businesses. So they had to know how that was their like product or whatever. They had to know exactly how it was. If they were gonna sell it, how if it was a good sheep or not good sheep, like all those things. So they had to know the condition. It was healthy. It was healthy. It was unique. Like I don't know. There's different types. Maybe I don't know. I don't know much about sheep, but
If it's sheeping, if it's not sheeping.
yeah. But they needed to know the condition. So it tells us like we need to know how our money is. I take it to be relate to how our money is coming in, how it's going out, where it's going to, not just that it's going out, where it's going to. Does cash flow pertain to business only?
No.
Okay.
It is also important in life.
In life,
Like personal finances.
personal finances. What are personal finances?
Your personal finances.
Like
compared
things that
to
you need
business.
for your house, food for you.
Stuff
The
that
business is like the buildings for the business stuff. They're like the cost for the business stuff.
Okay.
Maybe the gas for the food truck that you have.
I like that response. Okay. So yes, cash flow has to do with business and has to do with personal. And you're going to have them separate. Once you create your business, you're going to have your business in one bank account, your personal in another bank account. And you have to be able to know the cash flow of your business and know the cash flow of your personal. The reason those two it's really, really important because if you do not understand and you do not have a positive cash flow in your, like if you don't pay attention to your numbers for your personal finance, what do you think is going to happen to your business? What do you think is going to happen?
It's gonna lose money.
How would it lose money?
It's gonna go out of control.
Yeah.
Why would it go out of control?
Because you don't know where everything's going.
So let's think of this. If your personal finances are not being ran in a good, in a controlled way, what do you think is going to happen to your business?
The same thing.
You're gonna
Why?
overspend on your personal stuff, so you're gonna end up with less money for your business.
So if you have less money for your personal finances and you're not getting to the end of the month because you're not controlling your you're not being a good steward, or you're not controlling, you're not doing what you have to do, you're going to end up taking money out of where?
Your business account.
Your business. So money that you could use for growth, you don't have anymore, right?
And then you have to take some out of yourself to start the business up again, or just get a loan.
Yeah. So it's really important for you to understand that you have cash flow personal in your personal, and you have to know your cash flow in your business. Okay. And there's several strategies that you can do for your personal. So cash flow, we have income. How do we find cash flow? First of all, let me ask you that question.
How do we
What do you
find
mean?
cash flow?
Yeah, how do we find the cash flow? Or like cash flow is also in and out, money coming in, money coming out, but it is also what's available at the end after you take out all your expenses, right? So cash flow is the money that you can work with. Okay, so it's money coming in, money coming out in a controlled way, so that at the end of your numbers, you have a positive cash flow, meaning you have extra money in your bank account to use as you please.